Hello. Greetings, everyone. I hope we are doing good. Happy weekend to everyone. Welcome in for all those who are joining us for the first time. As usual, we're going to have a few minutes of break, music break to be precise. So, this always encourage us to share for those who already have the link so that you can help others to easily join. And for those who are waiting to have the notification you're live because of network, it will take some minutes before some people can see that, oh, you're live. So we also give that time so that people can have the notification and don't miss any part of the session. So stay connected and stay um, a little bit patient with us. You want to repeat it. So as usual, as you join, let's know where you're watching us from. Let's know who is watching. It's a family. And as a family, we love and really love to connect with everyone one on one. It's not a regular live session where you just come, people talk and go. Yeah, we want to always connect with everyone who's connected with us, as that is the way we grow. You know, there is no connection without interaction. So for us to effectively connect, we definitely want to be talking. We want to interact. Anyhow, we want that interaction has to be, but there should be some good and constructive interaction. So we encourage us, Emmanuel, thank you for joining. Just as Emmanuel is doing, make use of the comment section. And again, if you moved or like to share anything you want to join me on the screen, why not? Just let us know. And then the link is going to get to you. So it's not just for us, it's for everyone who is very intentional about keeping his or her light shining. So okay, no copyright infringement intended for the song we're playing. Lift up your voice, sing this. Lift up your voice. No copyright infringement in the song. So we encourage all of us as we join. And let's do the due diligence of talking, showering, and ready someone. Praise the Lord of us. No copyright infringement. Praise the Lord of us. Hey, happy weekend, everybody. So as you connect, let's know where you're watching us from. I will start in a few minutes. Okay, happy weekend once more to everyone. I hope we are doing is another bright and beautiful day, another day of so much joy, blessings, and opportunity, amazingly for every one of us to shine a light. Please, just to be sure, let me know in the comment section that you all can get me clearly. So please help me to to indicate in the comment section if you can get me clearly this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, depending on where you're watching from. So, for those who are joining this family for the first time, this is all about creative and independent minds. For those who are watching us on Facebook and Brightest Light, for those who are watching on YouTube. So, definitely, if you are a creative and independent mind, then your light will always be the brightest. So, everyone agrees. So, if you're a creative and independent mind, then you don't have like bright light or brighter light. Your light is just the brightest, and that's what it is. Like every day, you only do the best. You don't have like, let me try, let me see what happens. No, we don't live by try and error. So that's what creative and independent minds do. So each Saturday, we are here to just enforce that part of us, that mindset to keep shining a light and always remember that we are the brightest. We are not just lights, but we are the brightest of lights. And as the brightest of light, we have to definitely know that, of course, for you to be a light is actually visible in darkness, which means there may be people who need your light, and also there may be quenches or there may be things that we do daily that quenches a light. So that is why we have these amazing topics every Saturday. No excuse to say, oh, today is a busy day. Even when we are busy, we still struggling to be here because we don't want to have any excuse why our lights are not going to be shining. So feel free if you're joining for the first time. It's a family that is not dependent on anything. It just depends on people who are intentional about keeping their light shining and improving their light, the intensity and quality of their light. So it's not for some people, it's for everybody. Oh my God. Is it the network? It's today. It's now I'm receiving the notification when you're live on this on my phone. So hopefully it's not the case for everybody. But thank God I've seen some people connected though. So that's just to say I know network sometimes does not permit people to really join on time, but we have it on Facebook. So if you realize any session you've been missing or you're just joining, I encourage you to go back and watch our previous videos. Trust me, you won't regret. You will be happy. You did. You will be proud of yourself that you took that time to watch a video. So before we proceed, if you didn't have the opportunity or you're just joining, I will always encourage people to share or tag love. And why do we do that? Because of course we know people have different things going on, different seasons, and sometimes you may be in a season in which your light is dimming, but you may not be aware, which is one of the stories I'm going to share by myself and why this topic is so somehow personal. Yeah, so why I really felt the need of showing this or talking on this particular topic. So for us, for all connected, let me ask this. If you see a brother or sister, I think I've asked this question sometime, but I know there are different sets of people every day. So if you see a brother or sister falling in the hole or about to fall in the hole, what will you do? Will you say, beg, let me mind my business first? Or will you say, hey, you're about to fall in the hole, you're going to scream? What are you going to do? If you have a brother, a sister, a friend, a colleague, maybe somebody even you did something yesterday and you're not happy about it, and you saw the person falling in a deep period, what will you do? It's basically a question that sometimes I think we don't ask ourselves. Like, what will I do if for real I see this somebody doing this thing that is not the best, that is detrimental, because sometimes we look at the end from different angles, but that's what it is. Sometimes you see some people doing some things that it may not be the best or it may end up destroying them. But as humans, sometimes like let me mind my business, and as adults, we're like, everybody has a life. Some people as Christians, some people say salvation is personal, and I always say personal but not private. so, Some people, oh, salvation is personal. So basically, if we all sit back to ask ourselves the same question, like, is there any way in which I've seen someone doing something that I could help and I didn't help? Is there any way that I've seen someone struggle with something that I could assist to catalyze or to facilitate or to enhance and I failed to do that? Is there any way in which I had to do something myself and I failed to do it? So those are some questions that I think is important we sit back to ask ourselves as individuals. Like, is there anything or in any way that I have missed to do something I'm supposed to do? So if we really take our time, which I said this topic is a little bit personal, and I had to take our time to really reflect myself, like, what's happening or what was happening and what is happening now. Are there some things I could change? Are there some things I have changed? Are there some things I need to change? And by the way, before I proceed, I want to say happy Pekka Wali to all Pekka members. I know many people are in Pekka Wali celebrating. May you all continue to sing praises to God for His mercies endures indeed forever. And of course, as we enter into His court with praises, His glory shall continue to descend on us. So yeah, okay, back to us. So okay, as I was saying, if we all sit back, when we talk about growth, light, this year we are very intentional. Last year we were more intentional about being aware of who you are. That's basically the tough topics we're talking about. But this year we are very intentional about we talk of being a light. Being a light comes with so many responsibilities, so many evolutions, so many challenges. And to keep growing, it means to keep changing. If we change nothing, then we should not expect different results. Why? Amazing people. So if we want to grow, we have to be ready to say, oh, one or two things have to definitely change. If I need to have a different result, then I have to keep changing. So with that being said, I want to say today that we all have great and amazing potentials to be exceedingly great and amazing people. God created us so magnificently that um, we are more than highly favored. Like we all, in our different ways, we are so blessed and so great. But of course, as I said, due to seasons, due to life, due to situations, sometimes we don't even know or we totally forget that we are great people. We totally forget. Maybe sometimes because of what people said or people called us or the name that they even gave us from birth. Because we realize that some people have names that I don't know where their parents got them from. Or your family, I don't know what they were thinking. I've heard names I'm like, really? What was the reason behind this name? So yes, I know, maybe because of the name they call you, you must have thought, greatness is not for you. When I talk about greatness, it's in different angles, of course, which we shall soon get there. So, talking about the great people, as I said, I always love to interact with everybody. So, I encourage everyone who is connected to make active use for in the comment section. Thank you so much, Amin, for the awesome job you're doing. We see you in the comment section. We appreciate that awesome job. So, yes, guys, that's what it is. So, my question to everyone is this: to all the great people my question is simple. To all the great people, if to you, whatever you use as your criteria or your index, your characteristic for greatness, for all the great people what makes them great? Is it their talent, their acquired skills, or both the talents and acquired skills? So it's like first option A, you can say A, is it their talent? B, acquired skills, or C, talents and acquired skills. So far you have two important questions that we all have to ask ourselves. Like, indeed, for all the people, maybe you've not thought about it before watching this video, right? So to you, if it's in your grade, my question: what makes you great? Thank you, man. When man will say C. So to you, because I said, I believe everyone is great, everyone in his or her own way. But of course, not everybody even manifests the greatness, or not everybody even knows he or she is great. In of course, it's a limitation, right? So my question again: do you think what makes you great, or what prevents you from being great in the other direction? Is your talent, your acquired skills, or both your talents and acquired skills? That is basically what we are talking about today. The power, the strength of combining our talents and investments. I choose to always call them investment. Many times, like for those who know me, they know I like academic investments. For me, it's my elevator. And when people are like, why do you go to school? I say it's an investment, and people won't understand. Yes, of course, you won't understand if you still have like that mindset of, oh, things your acquired skills are things you must do for someone or skills you need for a job. I don't see it that way. So I'm just going to start first of all by sharing a little bit of my journey. Growing up, I was blessed to say I grew up in an environment that taught us to always apply what they called Commandment 11. Commandment 11 means you don't just put all your eggs in, oh, I'm a student, for example, as I said, like as a kid, you don't say, oh, I'm a student, or I just go to school and after school I come and sleep. I just get up, take my bag, go to school, come home, my family cook the food and I eat and stuff like that, and I just sleep the next day, go to school. No. So typically, before I went to school, I had to make some money, I had to do business, I had to sell. So everybody who knew me growing up would tell you that in my house, all of us use a must. It was not by choice. Everybody, but it's not like aggressive. Like it was something I enjoyed doing. Personally, I really, really enjoyed doing it because it took me away from some house chores to do like clean the house, clean the plates. So typically, I am just saying that for me growing up, which I understand because I didn't understand why a lot of people don't think the way I think. At first, I thought I was a problem, but now I understand that it starts from the way we are brought up, the different mindsets we have, the different cultures, and other things. So, for me, I had the opportunity to say I had people who understand life from different dimensions, like saying that I had people who believe that you have to always, no matter what, first of all, put God first. Second thing, work hard. Like whatever you want, you have to work for it. That is what I understood growing. Like whatever you want, you have to work for it. Secondly, I understand that when we talk about work, that is, as I said, based on the environment I grew up in, and typical Africans know how African families are. You don't know, it's fine. So you have to definitely not just work, but you want to be intentional. Like everything, if you go, you say, "Oh, today I went to school," as you're coming back home, sweethearts, we had to give accounts of exactly the things we did, what went right, what didn't go right. If you went to church, not as you're coming back from church, you have to explain, not just recite. Two different things. Reciting is easy, but explaining is a difficult part. So we had to explain. So that is part of the work. When I talk of work, I know many times people limit it to physical, but I mean even mental work. Emotional work, you have to work by every angle. Like even if you say, oh, you were sleeping, you have to give an account of why you were sleeping, but also importantly, still in the angle of work. We understood, I think I would say we, like all of us growing up in the same environment, we understood that when you talk about finance, things we do for finances, it had to do with a lot of different forms of investment. And talking about investment, we did farming, different types of farming, animal farming, plant farming. In fact, anything that related to investments, we did. It was so diverse, like so diverse things that we did. But where am I? Where is this story taking us to? When I was able to leave that environment, trust me, guys, I totally forgot me about those. I didn't even want it because the truth is, I think one of the reasons that many people go to college is to change environment, which was my case. I was so excited to get to college so that I could at least change that strict environment. To be precise, not just the environment, to change that particular strict environment. So after I succeeded to change, do you think I will still be having the mindset to follow all those things that were enforcing me to do? Those things I learned, which I said were good and I enjoyed. But again, I wanted some time to just breathe. So, just to say, I went to school, secondary school, and all I knew at that time was what they told me in school. If I come home, you say anything different, I'm not listening to you. So I was like that. And that's why some people say I was too stubborn. Well, that was just me at that time. I didn't even, that is just what was happening. So I realized that after I left that environment where I had strict supervision to make sure that I do the best, I shine my light, I don't just do well maybe in class or academically, but also I'm getting all those keys. I'm also enforcing my talents, like things they say, oh, this child is good in. They try to make sure that I have more time, like after school, to go to someone to teach me those things, stuff like that. But something just happened. What is this? Okay, sorry, I had some things, whatever, appearing on my screen. I don't know why I did that, but we're good. I'm sorry. So yes, I just left and I forgot about everything. How many people can relate? Like, there are some things you used to do at some point. Wow, I see my brother Titalovet. It's been like 5 years. I know it's not exactly 5 years. That is part of literature. Cause exaggeration. Okay. Thank you for joining, bro. So, how many of us can relate? Like, there are some things you know naturally you can do or you could do. Then, at some point, maybe you just got carried with job. Like, let me say, some ladies are good in what they do, but I've realized that some ladies, typically ladies, when they get married, man, they forget themselves. Why? Priorities of course change and environment change, things change. So it's just what I'm trying to relate to. It's not really like me specifically, but I just sat and see like, oh, this could be what is happening to a couple of people. Like, yes, you were in an environment that empowers you to make use of all your skills, your talents, your gifts, your potentials, your grace, all those things, people maximize them. Then you move to another environment. Let me say, for example, you move from your home country, go abroad, and life become more demanding, and your focus and your priorities like drastically shift. So that is to say, to be honest with many of us may not be shining the way we ought to shine. Many of us, if we are true to ourselves, may not be shining or may not be producing a light or performing the way we're supposed to perform. And what do we think is this reason? Is it that we don't have enough opportunities? Is it that we don't have all the things we need, the resources we need to keep our light shining? Sometimes we think that is a reason, but I said, no, I thought so too. I thought so too. You know, sometimes you think, oh, the problem is I don't have money, or I didn't come from a wealthy family. They give you the money. You see, the problem is I have more things to take care of it. But so what am I trying to say? God made us so much amazingly and different in ways that we have gifts that we we all can make use of these gifts and be great the way God made us to be. But of course, we live in a world that is not ideal. So things are happening, things are changing. We see different people doing things and we tend to do different things. So like me as for an example, like me, right? How many of us have seen people or are example of those people that like academics so much, like the academic investment, that sometimes that's the only thing they think about, nothing more, nothing less. Like not other thing, they just want to be good. So how many of us are like that or know people who are like that? Like the only thing they want to do is get it right academically. So before I proceed today, as I said, I'm one of those people that used to be like that, and I think a lot of people have seen a drastic change. I had a classmate of mine, one of my classmates from undergrad. So we're talking yesterday. It's like I've been wondering to ask, like, what happened to you? Like you were very quiet, you're very shy, you're very this, but what happened? Wow. Just tell me the secret that you cheat. Because I went to, I'm like, when life take you to some direction, you just have to use every direction in which life takes you positively, and which was my reality. So that's to say, if you're one of those, maybe your career, your marriage, and any other thing is taking much of your time, it's taking much of your energy, much of your attention, that you don't think about your natural gifts, you don't think about your talents. I'm here to encourage you that it happens. Sometimes we all, but the first is to realize it. Second thing is to be ready to do something different, right? The first thing is to realize that this is what is happening to me. Which, as I said, I know a lot of people are in that situation, but it's bad because they don't realize that, ah, this is what is happening to me. And once you are not able to realize it, what happens? It makes it difficult for us to do anything about it. So, with all that being said, irrespective of your age, irrespective of your religion, irrespective of your skin color, there are some things that are part of nature. That, for example, one day somebody will be born, and another day that person is going to be dying, or some day later that person is going to die, right? That is part of nature. There's also another thing that there's a morning, there's a night. That is part of nature. What does that mean? Some things are natural, some things are natural. So if we understand that some things come natural, and in order for us to excel, we need to understand what comes natural. Then now when the natural processes maybe fail, we know now how to enforce with the things we've studied. I am my relating with someone. Some things are natural, and this world, none of us created it. The science says an atom cannot be created nor destroyed. Go to energy in terms of physics energy, you hear the same statement in every science field you are. You're going to hear this statement in different ways. In physics, they say this way. So atom is chemistry typically. So you come in physics, they say energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So what does that tell you? That many times we forget that we are not here to create anything. You are not here to create a new you. You are here to understand who you are and how to enforce it. Who you are and how to enforce it. If I have to be very honest to ask each and every one, how many of us truly know who we are? How many of that people that are 60 years but don't really know who they are, like now keeping aside what they are. People when you ask the one who are, I'm the governor, the CEO, I'm the this, I'm not talking about that. I'm the wife, I'm the girlfriend, I'm the boyfriend. Sweethearts, I'm not talking about those other things. I'm talking natural. Who are you? Who are you born to be? Who were you created to be? Who are you? That is the simple question. And it looks like it's a simple question. Like I can say, okay, if I look like I'm a Christian and it's something I'm not ashamed to talk about, right? It's something I know. I'm a work in progress. I'm not perfect, but as a Christian, what even it you says matter. So as a Christian, what do you do? The first thing is to understand who you are, your purpose. And in order to understand it, you have to go back to people who came before you. And so when I look at who was Joseph, apart of the fact that he was a son of bam, 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 we know, right? There's something. He was the person who saved some set of people from famine. Do we know that part of the story? That was, after all, that was who he came to be, right? If you look at Jesus, he came to save a set of people again. If you look at any people side of, so what am I saying? You are on earth to save a set of people. So when I talk about what, yes, I know about those gifts. You're a singer, you're an artist, is good, but what is the essence of your singing? You can have very, very beautiful voice, but you're singing to the wrong audience. You're singing to the wrong set of people. So guys, are we on the same page? You can be so blessed, you can be so intelligent, but you're doing the wrong thing. You're studying the thing that is not what that you don't even need. And I know we many of us can relate to this. Like so many people have studied what they don't need, what they don't want to become. And some people have studied and reached at some point and said, this one is not paying. So I'm going back to this other side because this is what is paying. So it's not about if you're intelligent, if you're very rich, if you're the daughter, the wife, the sister, the brother. That's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about you as a person, you as an individual. Who are you? So once you're able to answer that question and the previous question I've asked, then we shall move to we can happily move to the next part of this session. So in order for us to perform at a maximum, we must be able to understand who we are, where we are going, what we have already. So once you understand what you have, you understand why I said I going to school is an investment. I've been saying this thing for 17, how many years now? Some people don't understand. So I felt like that's why I said this is a little bit personal. I felt like there's a need for me not just seeing people doing things the way they are doing and then get at the point that they will still regret. Then I'll say, where if I knew I could tell you, I'm telling you now. So the truth is, I'm telling you now, but I know some people will see me like, who is she to come and talk to me? I don't care. I will still tell you. I'm still going to tell you. And I understand that even me, there are sometimes you say things I don't understand, and with time, I become grateful that, oh, happy that this person said it. And even though I realize this after years. So I don't want to be one of those who could join you when you're celebrating. I want to be one of those who will help you to make that right decision. Hey, guys, I want to be among those people that help you to really shine your light. And that's why, to me, this is an investment I do each day. Coming live here, I know I'm investing in people's life and I'm investing also in my life because each time I prepare for a session, I am getting like, in fact, I'm being upgraded. Let me leave it at that level. I'm being upgraded in ways I didn't imagine before the session. And trust me, after the sessions, I'm the most um, the highest beneficiary, let me put it like that. So I benefit most in every session more than anybody. So that is why to me it's an investment to me, an investment to any person who will also follow me diligently because I know for a fact that there's something that is always special about every session because I see the changes in me, in my mindset, in my life and every other area. So guys, this is to say if for the past years, the past days, you are in this season that you have just be using the things you acquired. I want to tell you that you may have been acquiring things you don't ever need. Because what do I mean? You need to know your assignment in order to know the things to invest in. The skills we acquire are investments. The things we acquire always spend and dedicate our time on their investment. And I know for a fact that many people still don't get this word investment, what it is. Many people still think it's all about taking money and putting money somewhere. And when you sleep, you get up, the money gives you more money. Investment is, if you even with Google, we have Google, you can just say, what is an investment? And good, thank the heavens. Someone has done what maybe you didn't do or you didn't know. So someone has put that an amazing definition there for you to make it simple for you to understand. But I understand some of us have still not even we've seen it, but we don't still understand. So I will take few minutes to talk about what when they talk about investment, some key things you should always put in mind. You have an asset. This asset may be your talent. This asset may be a skill. For example, my favorite Nollywood actress of all time is Genevieve Nnaji. Yes, it's Miss Genevieve Nnaji. And why do I like her? I like her story. That's what really attracted me to her. It's one of those people, if you go through her story, you see she identifies she had a talent. I didn't say she go to school. She went to school and did theater acts or anything related to acting before she started acting. She went to school. She was just this, like, can I say, teenage mom, like this person who was in high school, got pregnant and needed something, and guess what? She saw that she could act and started acting, and she just focused on making herself the best. And trust me, she's doing great as an actress. And we call her, for those of us who love her, call her the wee lion or the lioness of Africa when it comes to acting. Why am I saying this story? It's just to say, if we are also open our eyes, and my favorite Hollywood actor is Mr. Will Smith. Why do I like him? He's versatile. He can act, he can sing. In fact, he's very funny. So, if we too take our time to look even ourselves, we are going to see that we have some things in us that we just need to at least brand ourselves. We just need to work on them. So, what am I trying to say with all these examples and people that we can look around us? For us to grow, for us to be at almost perfection when it comes to whatever we are doing, whatever we are, we need to always combine our talents and investments. Our talents and investments. Don't have your talent different from your investments. Am I talking to somebody? I've seen many people have invested in things that are not related. And trust me, if you're honest to yourself, you take out time to look, you see you're stressing for nothing. Yep. But imagine you identifying what you have naturally. Like, that's something I like about like should I say our grandparents or the generations before us. They were more naturally oriented, and we saw that the expectancy were longer, right? With our generation, of course, we are blessed with so many things made easy, but also I say it's a distraction to many. That's why I see this generation is highly distracted in terms of even who we are, even as a culture, as peoples, as women, as Christians. There is a lot of distraction. Are we all seeing that, or is only me? I see a lot of people being distracted. People being distracted with based on, oh, this person, like for example, I just saw a music artist of recent got married, and the way he met is like that is a new trend everybody wants to do. But the question is, are you guys ready to do that Christian process? Because it's a process. It's not just a one day text and things happen. You have to pray. You have to get up in the midnight. You have to have that relationship. You have to be able to hear God. You have to be able to stand. So talking about all this, hearing is a natural process, right? Talking is a natural process, right? Resistance in prayer is something you build up naturally. Or other things are drugs you have to take in order for you to build resistance in prayers or to be consistent in prayers. So that is just to say, we are in this year of divine remembrance, divine remembrance and renewal. So by the way, let me know what is this year for you, because I know amazing people who live intentionally each year, because you know your journey, you definitely know what you're trusting God from. And that will also come with you being able to hear what God is saying to you. So let me say, there's some people who have some messages on here. I like to hear from other people because mine is always, I always have confirmation at the end of the day. Every other person message I relate to is always going down the same thing or same scripture, some or same message or same energies. Energies don't lie. If you see an energy of prosperity, you feel it. It is. If you see an energy of, if for those who are sensitive to things, not just physical but also spiritual. If there's an energy of negativity, you know it. If there's energy of hatred, you enter in a room that people hate you, and they just sit. You can feel that this room is, yeah. So what's yours, please? If you don't mind, can you share with us? So if you enter in a room where there's pretense, like people maybe were talking about you just before you enter, then they say, "Oh, Bright is Lou, we love her." But before you came, you're like, "Who is she? What does she think she?" But by the time, I love this girl. You will know. So this is to say we all definitely have in us gifts, talents that I tell you, if you're able to understand what your natural gifts are, you'll be able to make the right choices. Okay, yeah, of personal growth. Okay, good. Thank you so much for sharing. So, guys, let's see in the comment section with those who have amazing New Year's message, because this for me manifests in like never and ever before. Since the day I started working with this message of every year, my year goes rounded, and it's just an amazing thing for those who don't have it yet or are not making a habit of always being able to know what God wants you to do or what God is going doing for you each year. Once you're able to have that, you don't waste time on things, or you don't easily get distracted, because people who easily get distracted are those who on their own don't have a plan. If you leave your house and you're going to buy just soap in the market, you go to the market, you see a friend who's going to buy tomatoes. Will you instantly just change and buy tomatoes if you don't need it and you forget about your soap? Let me know. Are there some people like that? Because I know for ladies, some ladies can go to a shop, look at everything, they buy nothing. Yeah, go spend like hours checking everything that is in the shop, but they don't buy anything. So someone, so while preparing for this message, I saw a post that I loved, which is what I'm checking on now. So the post says talent multiplied by investment. So it defines talent like a natural way of thinking, feeling, or behaving. Talent, a natural way of thinking, feeling, or behaving, and investment as a time spent practicing developing your skills or building a knowledge base. So it says talent multiplied by investment gives you strength, which is basically a summary of what I've been saying few minutes ago. Talent, which are your natural way of doing things right, when you multiply by investment, and now imagine you having investment that are not even related to your talents. Trust me, it will not be good. It will not be this strength you're talking about. So that is why first thing, or one important thing, I definitely want everybody to take home today is knowing that our talent alone is not enough. That's very important. Can someone type it in the comment section? Your talent alone is never enough. You can have talents, you can be so good in relating to people, but you never use it. You never have an opportunity to use it. Your light will never shine in that area, right? You can be a comedian, but now you want to do medicine, and now you know you're a medical doctor. You can't use, or you don't actively work on that talent as that talent you have as a comedian. Guess what? You may die without ever making use of it, right? You may be very, very good when it comes to acting, but because you're a nurse and you're having five nursing jobs, you have five children to take off, you don't have the time to work on your acting career. What happened to that talent or that acting talent or skill? What happened to it? It's wasting, right? Or it's going to be wasted. So you just having the talent, which most of us, I said, God made each and every one of us very great, and we are highly favored. But the mistake is that many people, or unfortunately, many of us don't even know those natural things that God has implanted in us. And unfortunately, some of us will die. Even after watching this video, it's so bad that some people will still die without knowing their natural talents. And trust me, where you can easily flow and grow is when it's centered around your natural talents and gifts. That is based on Holland's theory. So you can just Google Holland's theory. Based on your career choices, you classify people in 6 different categories. That is what has helped me as a person. And that's what changed my mindset. So as I said, I've been talking for a while now that going to school for me or anything I go to practice, I practice it because it's an investment for me. It's not just because I want to work for somebody, because I understand my needs. I understand that okay, this is what I can do. But for me to be good at these things that I naturally have, I need to learn this thing. I need to learn this other thing as opposed to someone who just check, oh, what is paying now? Of course, the things that you learn, you also have to check like, okay, how can I make it in a way that it becomes that resourceful and very resourceful rather in the long run, or in few time like that. So that's how it goes. So if you see any person who's, for example, like I talked about Mr. Will Smith, I'm not one of those who assume that he just woke up, he acts. For him to come and perform any role, he has to like take the place of that actor, right? He has skills in acting. He may see that and say, oh, I don't yet know how to do this particular thing. He go now to take a course, you go to school. Of course, he makes it better than someone who just look for the course that is cheaper, the course that everybody's going and do it. That course may be even too difficult for you. That's why I personally don't believe anybody is done because there are different types of intelligence and many times we have limited performance to particular key values. If we all the people would call them celebrities, how many of them that we really celebrate today is based on investments? How many of them do you know? Solely investment without talent. It's what I asked a few minutes ago. And I know as I said, some people will still watch this video, they go back and they do the same thing. So if we all definitely are intentional, as in very intentional this year, to keep our lights not just shining, but keep our lights as the brightest, we need to understand that we all have talents. We all have gifts. I've seen like we have amazing preachers that didn't even go to school. We have amazing actors that, as I said, if you gotta look like Miss Genevieve Nanja, you will understand her story is not the regular went to school, did theater out for these years, graduated with the first class, then went on to started acting in this top, blah blah blah. Mm-mm. And I like to get people's story. When any person is great, I like to go back so we go to another amazing actor, one of my favorite, Mr. Denzel Washington. You see another story. So in this story, you understand it's a point that you get and you understand you have a talent. That's the summary of this story. Or you look all the music artists you like so much. You realize that sometimes that people just realize that oh they had a gift in something. Then maybe they had the opportunity of people to invest in them or people to believe in them. But the first person that I want you to believe is you. That's the essence. Like that's what I'm talking to someone now. If you don't believe in yourself, even if people believe in you, you may not see do anything because you are not seeing what they are seeing. So we all have that challenge today in this month of marching into our victory, into our brightest of light. It's in the month of March. So by the way, happy new month of March to everybody and happy Black Month to all born in the month of March. As we are marching through our victory, we are marching through our destiny or to our destiny, to our greatness. We want to be very intentional about the different gifts God has blessed us with. We want to be very intentional. So if you have never in your life or you maybe have been neglecting your gifts, your talents, this is a call. This is a call. Hello, Michael. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. So this is a call to say you have to sit back, irrespective of your age. Like, see, Michael joining. Michael is one of my favorite like human beings on earth. So we all are really, 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 really encouraged to sit back and ask, what can I do easily? Because that's a way also you identify the gifts. There are things that, for example, I know not everybody can talk boldly like that. I know. Some people have speech impediment. You can talk. How are you using that? Not everybody understand things maybe the way you understand it. So just sit back and look those things that only you can do the way you do it. And those things that you love to do it. Another way you can always identify those talents and gifts is like, what is that thing that you can do it with ease, even if nobody's paying you? Because it seems like all what we do is based on what people are doing or what we're going to be, someone is going to pay us money or what we're going to make money from. It's not a bad thing to make sure that you build your gift in a way that can be a stable source of income. But I want to encourage everybody that, of course, you have those gifts so that you can make life easy for you, right? If you have the gifts and you don't use them, what happened? Life is difficult. That's the reason why things are so difficult to somebody. So before talking about gift, I want to tell us a little bit something about our bodies as a whole. That I know if you're sick, trust me, automatically your performance reduces. How many people agree? When your natural body is sick, irrespective of what you're taking as supplement, as drug, or whatever support you are on, as far as your natural body is weak, your performance drops. How many of us agree with that? Your general performance as a human being drops as far as your body is sick, have a defect, maybe got infected, or maybe got a deformation. There's some drop in overall performance, which means there are some things that maybe you can't even do. For example, someone was healthy yesterday, which is someone reality, and this morning the person who was driving, and unfortunately, the person had an accident. That person is in the hospital. Can that person be at work now doing what he or she's supposed to do? Let me see that in the comment section. Yes or no? You have another person who this year started January very, very happy. Then by the end of February, so like around the 26th, the person got infected with a virus. Talking to you now, that person is in the hospital. The natural body is sick. What happened? Would the performance of that person increase or decrease? So guys, as I said, let me your feedback in the comment section. And by the way, I want to just appreciate all these amazing, lovely people that have been active in the comment section. I see you and I appreciate you. And yes, let me get some hearts if you all and like this topic of today. And if you all are getting something from this message. And again, we want to always know all those who are connected with us because that's the way we connect one on one. It's a family that cares about you. It's a family that wants to see you shine. It's a family that wants to be part of your growth and not just part of the celebration. Yeah. So what am I trying to say with the story I was talking about the natural bodies? Um, and it's tech time, as I said, a lot of people are distracted, but I just want to encourage you that there's so much in nature. There is so much in keeping what you have healthy. Whatever you have in your body, keep it healthy as much as you can. Be intentional about that. That includes your gifts, your talents, that includes your health. You can acquire all you acquire, but if you are not healthy, it may not be useful. If you're on life support, it may be not you can do. So many times we focus so much on the investments we're doing and we forget the main investment. So your greatest investment is you. Your greatest investment will always be those skills you have acquired. And now I tell you one of my realities that I'm someone who definitely, after I realized that, oh, that was a mistake I was doing, that focusing on just being academically good. I was not having friends, like all the friends I only had were schoolmates, classmates, very few of those schoolmates and classmates that were called friends. So I was in that zone also that when I'm on holidays, I had no fun. So when it's holidays time, I was always waiting for me to go back to school. Like holidays, I mean, like I had no fun because I didn't even want to go out. All the time you saw me going, I know that somebody drove me from the house. So when I said after, it was after like a very, very hard situation. Like I saw someone young, energetic, who was doing so well. The person passed. And when I went to that person's funeral, guys, have you ever gone to a funeral and you say get motivated? I was really feeling so bad how the person just won like that. Then I went to the funeral. The funeral was so populated. This is my reality, guys. The funeral was just so populated. The energy, the sun, like you could see, it was just positive energy. It wasn't not like the negative energy I was expecting. And I had to ask myself, this person is not going to like all the steps I'm going, like my direction. But what makes this person different? Why are people just like I just like ask myself that for real. If it was me, yeah, would these people, number of people ever be? Would they even know me? So that was the thing, guys, that really challenged me. That's one of the greatest things that really challenged me to start thinking different. And behold, that is one of the greatest things for me to think that a negative situation, though it was negative, it was devastating. And you get, but instead of you getting broken, you get so encouraged, you get so motivated to live beyond your comfort zone, to live beyond the normal, but be somewhere extra. So that's why, for those who know me, yes, from that moment you saw a drastic shift. I became more social, I became more into other things, not just oh get a good grade, stuff like that. So that is just what I just want to share with you, with everybody, that indeed there's so much strength. And when I talk about strength, it's in every area in their lives, every area and everything we do. If you say you're a medical doctor, right, and you limit just what you've studied, you're limited. That is just the truth. And sometimes we don't face it. There's what, for example, if you go and do modern medicine, there's complementary medicine, there's traditional medicine, there's holistic medicine. So for you to be really, really great and astounding, you want to understand these other parts. And when you talk to about complementary, like my greatest doctor all the time is my mom. And trust me, I learn a lot from her because her medicines are not always the conventional, are not always the modern. When you call her, like, mom, my eye was, take this and put it in a bucket, and like she gives you a ton of like things she saw based on observations, natural, simple things that you couldn't even imagine will work, and then it works. Boil the water and put the water like this, and then go and look this herb and take go and get. So what am I trying to tell all of us? No matter the field you are in, start by understanding the natural process, the natural stops, the natural conditions. When you understand the natural conditions, even of your body, for example, I've seen a lot of people supplementing themselves, like people younger than even 30 years taking glutathione. And I ask myself, do they know their bodies produce glutathione? It's good, but it's not just a matter of being good. Do you produce it? Do you have it? So some of us are going to learn things that we don't need, that maybe we already have it, but we just need to understand and trust ourselves and see the areas in which we have to invest in. Your power, your strength is dependent on how much you can combine your investments, which are the time or which is the time you spend practicing or developing your skills. and building knowledge. For me to talk about maybe scientific concepts, I had to go to school to learn. So somebody will not lie, will not tell me a lie. So for me to be able to learn some things about data, I had to learn. So whatever you want, you see, you need them in your journey. Also, be open-minded to go and learn. Always be open-minded to learn, and don't limit yourself based on what you studied or what, because that is a limitation I see many of us have. The truth is, sometimes things don't always go as we plan. That is just the truth. It's not you. It's not like, oh, God is not hearing, or it's because you pray so much that things will just go. Nope. 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 Sometimes you have to go and catch fish again. Sometimes you have to start making nets. Sometimes you just have to use your hands and do something. Sometimes you just have to think about simple services you can offer. That is just the reality. That is as simple as it is. Sometimes we have to do the things we didn't even think we could do. I didn't know I could talk like this though. So when I went somewhere, see, I've been shocked in so many ways. Guys, I tell you guys that anything, only when God puts you, is how you use it. My ever first time I talked in a public, like I remember in school people tried. It was a no-no, anybody knew that. So it's why in the university I went to attend like a business conference, and the organizer is someone I knew. He was from the French section of in the country I was in. So the person was speaking in French. He knew. Other people didn't know. He knew I understood French. But I'm not. I will not say I'm fluent in French though. So, and I didn't even like. Even family didn't know I speak French or understand French level. He thought or he knew I could. So when he came to that town, he was French and he's coming to an English town, no translator. He was speaking his French and everybody in the hall just started murmuring like, "What are you saying?" Just imagine somebody's coming to America, like to present only in French in a community where he knows only English speakers are there. So that was the situation. And I was just looking, and the man like, "Can you come and help me?" I'm gonna help you do what? So like translate, guys. I was like, no, it can't be me. Stand there and talk to people how. But whatever he did, that's how I stood and started, and anybody like, so you could translate, so you could talk. So in the subsequent of his events, that's when like, okay, Lucy, please, I want you to be my translators, and that is just how I started. Like joke. Then I'll go to another event. People like, if Lucy is not there, I'm not attending. I'm like, really? Which Lucy? So that just to say sometimes we have different things. Now it's going to be very constructive events that you went to present, you prepare yourself, and you started seeing that oh, there's some things you could do. So it happened sometime randomly, the least expected place. I've been even in a church sometime, church I was very new in, and oh my god, I was just like, I have not been like a church that you know some churches maybe you visit after like 3 weeks, then you travel, you come back. So then one of the elder walked to me, I'm like, hey, you're going to be we have an event today in church and you're going to be the MC. Ladies and gentlemen, did I do GMC? No. I'm like, I'm sorry. I've never done that before. He said, no, you can do it. You can do it. I'm like, really? So I had to just accept the fact that that is what it is. Like they'll keep embarrassing me to do things related to talking. So I had to learn a little bit or start being intentional to how to talk to be more courageous because that was a concern. I wasn't. I was a total shy person. Then talking to people. So my fear was not even what to say like, oh, just the fact that I'm going to stand in front of people. And I know for a fact that there are so many people here like that. That's why I'm saying this. There's so many people here like that that have great things they can do, but their fear is just how do I put my camera? How do I go and stand in front of? How do I start from somewhere? Just tell yourself the truth that I can do it, and instead of asking why not another person, ask yourself how can I invest on myself? How can I invest on this talent? How can I invest to make it better? So, with all that said, that is basically the message I had to pass today. And to talk about why is it important, I'm going to just summarize by giving us why this it's important for us to always combine our talents. Investment. I know I already mentioned some. So, by the way, help me guys. So, let me know in the comment section. What do you think from everything I've said are some importance that you can pick for us? The importance of combining our talents and investment. You can call them acquire skills, acquire knowledge, whatever. But I would choose to always say investments. I'll call them investment all the time. So, what would you say as some advantage? Maybe from your own personal experience, or is there someone want to add something? So, I am already at the end of the day. So, what I'm going to give is just like a take home message. So, I encourage everyone to share their thoughts in the comment section. What you think are going to be like some importance or significance of us investing in our talents or gifts. Pam 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 pam. So the comment section is open for everyone, not some people. So I've been seeing I met some people in the comment section. So guys, feel free. Don't be ashamed. Nobody is eating you up. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. Don't be scared. Okay, thank you, Emma. Say success, growth, and professionality. Thank you for making those points very, very precise and straight to the point. So, guys, who else? Oh, thank you so much, Emma, for sharing. So, guys, what can you say are some of the benefits of you personally, for example, combining your talents and your skills? That is basically the question. Oh, sequel San John Pelo Mulema. So, without wasting your time, for me personally, as I think I've mentioned a couple of them. The first thing, when you're able to combine both your talents and your skill, life becomes easy for you because where your knowledge or your investments fail, your talents will always help. And also, if especially if you invest in the direction of your talents and your career, it'll be easy for you to grow. It will be easy for you to even troubleshoot. So you some things I know I do it easier than that. Personally, as of now, if you notice, for those who know me one on one, I do only business that deal with people. But that is a challenge so many people have, and I know a lot of people don't know how to communicate with people. People have different personalities, right? You can talk to somebody, the person insults you when you're helping the person. I understand that. So for me, why do I choose to only do business that deals with people, that is solving problems that deals and relate with people? That is because intentionally I want to also keep involved in increasing and improving my interpersonal skills, which I know is something that I have. I am good with relating with people, but I want to keep getting better, right? So that's one of the things. So if you understand what you're good at and you combine it with the type of investments you do, why people will be having it difficult, it'll be easy for you. As you see me anytime, any night, any day, as far as it comes to explaining a concept to someone, I know I'm good at. All I need to do is just understand that concept. Then I look at way I can explain to another person. But it's not also something that a lot of people find it easy, right? So ease. Ease is one of the thing. Second thing is performance, which is what when I talked about strength, it's what it was all about. You definitely can do thousands of things but all of them you're not good at any. And no many of us, if you're honest with ourselves, some people have invested, like for those who take investment adjustment, they invested maybe in 10 different businesses, but none is doing well. None is even going to, some will do well in your present, but will not do well if you are even sick for one day. So for me, if you look the actual definition of an investment, that's not a good investment because there's no legacy in it. There's no prosperity. So every good investment should have a future. So what am I trying to say? In terms of the strength and consistency provided that is near to great performance. So that strength, which is like the ability for you to consistently, not just do it once, but consistently provide near to perfect performance. Like, okay, I have this thing that I'm doing so well that anytime you call me, when it comes to from things like that, Lucy knows, it comes to things like maintaining that it has to come with your talents, your performance coming together. So for you to have that strength, to be consistent, that every Saturday I'm coming live here, every Saturday I'm going to talk for more than an hour. I mean, people can talk for up to 30 minutes. I can teach, by the way. I can teach for the whole day. I've done it. I've tried it, and I know I can do that. I can. So that was big. I ever teach, or when I started teaching because of this. When this, as I said, I had events I went and people say, "Oh, you can do, you can explain things better. You can do this." That's why. So when I'm like, okay, I'm not behind me, I can also teach. So why not? So that is just the performance I'm talking about. Like you come in anytime about some topic, some subject to come and teach. It's like, why not? I can talk and I understand the concept. Why not? So I can repeatedly do something. Not to say I'm perfect, but I'm saying that even you, if you're true to yourself, you sit back, there are some things you know deep down in you that if you really combine the talents, the natural gifts, maybe in talking, um, and listening or relating with people or in maybe designing, maybe in decorations, different things, whatever thing you're naturally gifted in. Once you combine it with now the skills, the things you've gone to school to learn as engineer, there are people that you know in their inbox. So if you see people coming, like they'll tell you. If I see somebody has something and you're messing up, you're not using, I will be and you're close to me, I will tell you. So so definitely performance and strength is one of the key things you want to have if you're this person who's intentional about your life and you want to keep going. You want to definitely be consistent in doing the right thing, consistent in getting better, consistent in having accurate performance, accurate and great performance in whatever you're doing. So strength is the next one. Um I'm so into stress relief. So for those who know, peace of mind. A lot of times we struggle so much in things that is not even in that domain. You can make money, but that does not mean you're happy, right? So why you can still make money and be happy? That's what I tell people. You can still make money and be happy, but how can that be? It's when you understand who you are, understand the area that you are easy. So I think it's Miss Oprah who said if you're doing what you like, if you're working and your work is doing what you like, means you're not working at all. So it means you're less stressed. It means you have more peace. So that is what one thing that comes, that peace that you have in doing what you really want to do, what you can do. And that people who even if you don't pay them to act, they will still want to act. You get it? That people me even you don't pay me to come and say some things, right? If you have a good business and you want to like somebody come like I have a business, I'm like, talk about what? I'm not an advertiser, so I'm not doing this other thing, but this is what I can do. So there are things that I love to do. I just love to do them. And that goes to you, that goes to me. So once you're doing those things you really love to do, trust me, you'll be more happy. You will be more happy and more at peace. True or true, guys. Another thing is good health. Health is one of the things we can buy with money. And stress, I talked about glutathione a few minutes ago, and today it came to my spirit to talk about glutathione today. And I'm going to end this by giving, I think I have a video on hormones that are produced during stress. and hormones that are producing happiness. I talked, and I think if you're close to me, directly, indirectly, you know that I am stressed. That stress is not my friend. I know myself. Stress is not my friend, so I choose to stay happy. And of course, not like life does not give you things that you don't need to, that you have to stress, but it's a choice how you treat the situation. So um we all go through stuff and we get to different modes, and that's why, as I said, this topic is just to encourage us and remind us, for those who knew and maybe because of different things they even forgot they have some talents, they have some skills, they are also blessed. So that's first the reason for me sharing this topic. It's just like I felt in my spirit that, oh, you were like this once, the only thing you think, or what if you were still in this your mode, what would be happening to you at this point of your life? Because to me, I've had times in life that I really wanted to work and I applied for jobs I didn't have. And that was inspired the day I came and made a video with my friend Ronnie Wostand. I called Ronnie, hey, I know you did MLS, and I know at this point you started doing trading and you're doing well in what you're doing. So can we do a video to talk about these other things? You're like, yeah, let's do. That's why we'll do a video about networking, volunteering and stuff. So it's still that same light. I'm like, that I've checked my life. There are times that I really wanted to have job. And theoretically, when you're not being in the situation, you cannot even help somebody who's in that situation perfectly, because you're talking based on your own personal assumptions and not really what that person is experiencing. So I understand you if you're in this position where you say, oh, I need a job and I don't have a job, or my job is taking too much of my time, or I have this particular business I'm working on now. I've been in all those different positions, like positions that I'm not employed, positions that I'm employed, positions that I'm employed and too busy, positions that I'm employed and not getting enough, positions that I'm employed and doing business, positions where I'm doing just business, positions where I'm fully a student. So just looking at these different phases of life, I told myself that this can be where I was, could be where somebody is now. And where I am could be where another person is now and confused. That's why I had to tell myself that it's not just about me. It's not if I want to talk or not. Because of course, even if you're this person who like to share information, if you are true to yourself, it's not every day you feel like put on your camera. I wish I can do audio or podcast all the time, but I know the people, I know my audience. I know you guys so well. That if you look any video that I post during the week that I don't see my face, the response and the activity is always low. That is what it is. So I understand you guys. That's why I'm giving people what you want. So okay. So that is just to say, wherever stage you are in your life, don't assume that no one has been there. People have been there. That's what works for me. Just tell yourself the truth. You're not the first. You're not the last. What can you do? Is always to check what those who are in the same journey with you. Not everybody is in the same journey with you. You may be in the same bus, but not everybody is going the same destination with you. Not everybody starts where you started. So for you to know the right people, you want to always understand your own journey and also identify those who are in a similar journey or traveling maybe from UK to US. You want to know the things you need. You have to look somebody who have traveled from UK to US. You don't look somebody who have traveled from Cameroon to Nigeria. So that is how it goes. So in this journey of life, once you are able to understand your own journey first of all, which means understanding who you are, your talents, your gifts, it will be very easy to look now, okay, what do I need? As opposed to many times we look what other people are doing, what without understanding their journey, where they started and where they're going. So as opposed to you doing that mistake, which a lot of people still do, and end up not fulfilling their purpose, end up not shining their lights, end up not using their talents. I just want to encourage all of us to do that. Whatever you're doing, know that it's always going to be easy by you understanding Holland's theory. That theory works. It's perfect. It's great. It's amazing. That there are seven categories of people, no, six groups of people. Since I understood that, I check everybody and I see everybody in that area, and that is what is happening. There are people who are conventional. If you're not a conventional person like me, each time I try to follow what everybody's doing, it doesn't go well with me. Sometimes I really end up in the hospital. So I know I'm not conventional. And I'm talking especially for those people who are not conventional. Some people are conventional. When you read That's why some people would like history and just do history. Personally, I love history, but I don't see reason why I'm going to spend my time just to study history of something. So that is just to say, based on the things you're attracted to, you always know where you belong. Am I conventional? Am I entrepreneurial? Am I this? Am I that? Once you're able to understand that and you invest in that direction, you will have more peace. You will have more good. Your light will keep shining. It's never going to be easy. That is the truth. You have to tell yourself it's never going to be easy. To be a student is not easy. To be working for change is not easy. So to be single is not easy. To get married is not easy. But you have to choose whatever you decide that okay, this is what I want to do now. Go with full chest. As my African people say, go full chest. Accept that this is what I want to do and be open to learn in things that will help you to shine your light in that choice, in that direction. If you say, oh, I have good skills in this, I want to do them, apply them, be intentional to keep improving those skills, to keep investing in knowledge, in getting knowledge. So that it doesn't mean okay because you have a skill you stop learning. You won't grow. So it's not easy. The process is not easy. You may even have the skills and you try it 15 years, you fail. But trust me, once you keep working on it, it will get better. So thank you all. It's been an amazing and blessed day having you all connected. For my Pekka people, I know some people are in the Wally ground. So I encourage everybody, if you watch this video later, share with us your thoughts about this topic. Share with us why do you think, first of all, what do you think? Should we focus just on our talents or just on our gifts? Investment or acquired knowledge, or should we focus on both our talent and acquired knowledge? Should we always combine them? Which is one of the main questions of the day. So let's know that in the comment section. Secondly, what are the benefits of that choice? Share with us. If the choice is invest on your talents or invest on just your skills or your investments, or always combine both, let me know in the comment section. So that's what we're ending for today. Thanks again to all who dedicated the time to spend it with me. I never take time for granted. Time is for me the greatest asset. If you have time, you have another opportunity. So you choosing the time to be with me or to be with us, to be with this family is something we appreciate your presence. And we also thank all those who have been very active in the comment section. We appreciate and we see you. Those who shared and show love, we see and appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you just watch wherever you watch and you've not yet followed, we encourage you not to miss any notification or subsequent videos to subscribe depending on subscribe or follow depending on where you're watching us from, as if it's on Facebook or it's on YouTube. So stay connected for better content. We only get better. Yep. It was a pleasure being your host today, your girl Bright Cheslow, Miss Remarkable, the one and only, and, the one and only God's work in progress. So I'm still your work in progress. I only keep improving too. So wishing us again a blessed month of March. And for all those who are born in this month, please let the birthday cakes go around. Let the cakes go around. Don't eat the cakes alone. And enjoy your bed, man. Stay blessed, everybody. See you all next week, and also stay connected to see the amazing content we're going to be sharing within the week. So always try our best to send some lady updates within the week. So okay, a man would say it was an amazing content and clear video. Appreciate. We are trying. We are trying to improve and do the investments better. so so we hope to have better videos and better content soon though. So we're working. We are works in progress, right? So let's all keep shining our lights and good things are on the way.